I'm out in Bannau Brycheiniog, Brecon Beacons National Park, making the most of this glorious sunshine. It's a beautiful September's day. Some of you may have watched my video a few weeks back where I camped on top of Bannau Beag, and I was looking down on the valley, and I said I wanted to head there and check it out for any potential camping spots, and that's where I am today. I've just parked my car back at the farmhouse and I'm walking a route that I've never walked before. So far it's been absolutely stunning. I've been walking through this woodland that's made up of oak trees, so we've maybe got a mile or a couple of miles to go to where I'm heading. We'll make our way there now and see if we can find a nice spot to camp tonight. I've come across some grand old oak trees along the way. Look at the size on this one. Just take a look at the size of this oak. It's unbelievable. What a monster. Just stretching from there to the other side. Has to be a good 7 foot. What an absolute beauty. That's got to be the biggest oak I've seen in a long time. We can see open ground now. We've got views of the mountains, the valley where I want to be. This is it, and there's a stream running down there. Ideally I want to pitch up next to the stream. The stream's just down there in that direction. The path I'm on, it carries on in that direction, eventually meets up with the stream. It's quite a distance away. I've just been looking at the map. There's an old stream running down that direction towards the stream I want to be at. I'm thinking of taking a look at it now, and I may cut straight down there and walk upstream then. I'm hoping I can maybe come across some small waterfalls and a nice spot to pitch a tent. I'm hoping this isn't the wrong decision I've made, because if I walk all the way down here and I can't get down to the stream, I've got a long walk back up. This ground has turned out to be tough going. There's a lot of undergrowth, it's very boggy, a lot of fallen trees. I was hoping the ground would open up and I'd be able to carry on upstream. I've just got here now. All this banking has collapsed and there's just no way I'm going to get across there. So it looks like I'm going to have to scramble back up that direction. Well, you've got to try, haven't you? Things don't always work out for the best. Yeah, I gotta be honest, this route is turning into a bit of a mare. But I do things like this all the time. I like exploring and going off the beaten path. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. This time it hasn't worked out. I'm back on the main path, which is where I should have stayed in the first place. But I had visions of me heading down there, walking upstream with scenic views of little waterfalls, maybe a nice spot to camp. But it wasn't to be. But you've got to try, haven't you? I'll just take a look at these views. What a glorious day. This is absolutely stunning. So peaceful as well. I haven't passed a single person along the way. I'm not expecting to either. And I'm looking around me at the landscape and there's some beautiful colours going on. All the hawthorn trees are covered in bright red berries. The trees are pretty much still green. The gorse are covered in bright yellow flowers. And I'm looking up at the mountains and everyone's covered in dark orange patches. Autumn is most definitely here. I changed my map to 1 in 25 and I spotted this little track that leads down to the stream and it's telling me there's a waterfall there. Let's go and check it out. This is a beautiful little spot. We've got those little waterfalls there. There's a nice flat bit of ground to sleep on there, but it's not quite big enough for the tent. I was going to bring a tarp as well. I really wish I had now. I could have set the tarp up lovely there. So I think I'll push on upstream. Fingers crossed we'll find another nice spot. Well, this isn't quite what I'd envisioned. I've ended up walking quite a distance and I'm in the valley opposite the one I was planning on camping at. But the sun's going down, so we'll get pitched up and I'll explain all in a bit. That's me set up. Like I said, it's not quite the pitch I was hoping for tonight, but you can't win them all, can you? I just ended up wandering and exploring today. I was meant to be in the next valley over and I just ended up walking up this stream in the hope of finding somewhere nice, and I've ended up in this valley. And that spot I found earlier, that was beautiful. I really wanted to stay there, but it just wasn't wide enough for the tent. And I was going to bring a tarp and I made a last minute decision to pack a tent. But never mind, I can always head there another time. So to give you an idea of where I am, that's Bannau Brycheiniog up there. So this turned into quite a slog today. It's been hard work getting up this valley. So I'm going to kick back now, crack open a can of beer and chill out. I got two nice looking cans for tonight. I got this one from Salt, which is a Banoffee Pud Stout, 7%. And we have this one from Vocation Brewery, which is a double coconut macaroon. It's a chocolate stout, and that's 6%. Let's give this one a go first. Sounds delicious. Coconut macaroon. I need to sit up. Yeah, it's pretty good. I could taste the chocolate. I can't quite taste the coconut in there. Maybe just getting some little hints of it. I can feel the temperature dropping already. It's going to be a cold one tonight. I'm going to get the cold weather gear on soon. But I was just thinking to myself, if I had stayed in that valley on the other side of Bannau Brycheiniog, I'd have caught a lot more of the last light. And I thought to myself, never mind, at least I'll have a nice sunrise in the morning. And it's just dawned on me, by the time the sun creeps up over our mountain in the morning, it's going to be gone maybe 9 or 10 o'clock. Never mind, maybe I'll have a lay in and wake up to some sunshine. It's not like anyone's going to disturb me in this spot. That's me nice and snug, nice fresh dry clothes on, merino wool socks, long johns, insulated trousers and plenty of layers. Hopefully I can sit out here tonight now and enjoy a clear starry sky. These boots I'm wearing, last winter, a lot of people used to ask me what boots they are. They're Mindles. I've had them for over 3 years and they're absolutely bomb-proof. Probably one of the best pairs of boots I've ever owned. They keep my feet warm and I've never had wet feet in them. Mindle is a German family-run business. They've been around for over 300 years. They run now, but the 11th generation of our family. I think they've been around since 1683, which is rather impressive. And it's fair to say they've got a lot of experience in making boots. They're not cheap, but they're quite expensive to buy, but I look after them, I wax them on a regular basis, and despite the wear and tear they've had, they're still in great condition. When I was up in North Wales on a recent trip, I was talking about this stove, the Soto Windmaster, saying it's a great stove. And minutes later, whilst I was cooking my food, a gust of wind blew it over. And a few weeks later, I was watching a video with Di from Camping Wild the Dragon, and he was saying it's a great stove, but it's a bit too tall. So say, for example, you're cooking a large pot of water on there, you could quite easily lose balance. So I've gone and bought a new stand for it from MSR. It folds up like this. And the legs on there are much longer than the usual stand. So we just slide that in there. And you pull this plastic clip back. And as you can see, those legs are nice and long. And there's not much chance of that losing balance and falling over. I knocked this up today, Thai red curry flavoured tomato soup, and I'm going to be making cheese toasties to dip in there. Nice. Let's give it a go. That's pretty good. It's got a bit of a kick to it. These cheese toasties dipped in there, that's a match made in heaven. I'm gonna be a big fat pig tonight, guys. Just look at that. That's ridiculous. I've actually starved myself all day today so I can consume all these calories. I'll be back to healthy eating tomorrow for the next 5 days. So let's get it in me. Oh my god, that is delicious. It's homemade from the market stall in Aberdare. Right then, let's give this banoffee pud stout a try. Let's have a little read of it, see what crazy flavours they've got going on with this one. Sweet and ripe banana meets rich buttery toffee flavours in this dessert stout. Oozing pure decadence, velvety smooth vanilla notes marry perfectly with the subtle fruitness, delivering a rich and comforting finish. Grab a slice of pure indulgence. Sounds good. I'm liking that off the first mouthful. That's very nice, that one. You've got some good flavours going on. The flavours are pretty much what I've just read out. Well, I've got to say, that's one of the nicest stouts I've tried in quite a while. So the last camp I was out on with Toby at the quarry, that was 2 nights ago. Tuesday night, it's Thursday night tonight, and tonight is pretty much the same as the other night. It started off quite cold and it turned mild. It's 10 o'clock now. I'm sitting outside here and it's not too bad at all. And I'm looking up at the sky. It's another clear night full of stars. Not quite as impressive as the other night. That was spectacular, but it's still a beautiful sight. So I'm just going to sit here now, sip on my can and do a bit of stargazing. When I said tonight's night sky wasn't quite as impressive as the other night, I was totally wrong. I turned my lights off, I sat there, once my eyes adjusted to the dark. That out there is one of the most incredible night skies I've ever seen. I can see the Milky Way going right above me. I honestly wish I could show it to you. So I've decided that I'm going to turn the camera off. Before I do, I'm going to pour myself a wee dram. So I had this to me the other night. I only had the 1 glass out of there, so it's the same as I had the other night. Whiskey with an E, Irish whiskey, Teeling. So I'm going to pour a glass of this. I've got a couple of my speciality dates there to go with my whiskey. And I'm going to turn my lights off. Sit there in darkness. And I'm going to stay up as late as I can and simply stare at the night sky. And whilst I'm there, I'll put a night lapse on. Hopefully I can capture it for you. Pitch late, a leave early has gone out of the window today. Well, a leave early part has. I didn't wake up till 9 o'clock. It's just gone 10 o'clock now. The sun is just popping its head over the top of that mountain, so I'm catching a nice bit of sunlight. It's just starting to warm up. If I was on top of there or pen a van, I would have made an effort to get up early and pack up before any walkers come. But I'm not going to see anyone in this valley. It's a dead end, it doesn't go anywhere, so I'm not too worried. I'm going to sit there, relax and enjoy my coffee. Last night was one of the most special nights I've had out camping. The sky was just, there's no words to explain how amazing it was. I sat out there till the midnight just staring up at the sky. I could see the Milky Way. It was unbelievable. I don't know if my night lapse has captured it. I've had a quick look at it. I don't think it has, but it really was one beautiful sight. Let's send a drone up, have a little nosy around. That's me, all packed up. The pitch is as I found it last night. Pick your shit up and take it home. Even though it wasn't quite the pitch I was hoping for, I've had a great night. It's been a really good camp. And it's a good thing that I've ticked this valley off. All the surrounding valleys that lead up to these mountains, I've walked them all except this one. So at least I've got this one in the bag. I was planning this morning on walking up over Bannau Brycheiniog and down through the valley, Kevin Cuff, but I've slept most of the morning away, so I'm going to head straight on there now, the quickest route back to the car, and I'm going to head in the Brecon, grab myself a nice coffee. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Same as usual, if you have enjoyed it, could you please do us a favour, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and if you could, please leave a comment. Catch you soon.